And Team India has once again asserted total dominance over arch rivals Pakistan in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. India, captained by Suryakumar Yadav, batted first after being put in and posted a competitive 175 on 7 in 20 overs. Pakistan, chasing 176, collapsed to 114 all out in 18 overs. Ishan Kishan unleashed mayhem against Pakistan, blistering 77 off just 40 balls. Team India delivered a clinical, one-sided masterclass, thrashing Pakistan by 61 runs, India's biggest margin of victory ever against Pakistan in T20. This emphatic win seals India's spot in the Super 8s and extends their incredible record to 8-1 against Pakistan in T20 World Cup history. The emphatic win has also exposed the boycott drama by Pakistan. Meanwhile, in India, celebrations are in full swing across the country. So celebrations continue in India across the country after this big victory against Pakistan. On the other side, trolls and memes also continue, and there's a lot of disappointment on the Pakistani side. The Pakistani fans are very disappointed. In fact, their videos are going viral on social media, and the TV Todo moment, the iconic TV Todo moment, is also back in Pakistan. If you talk about India, there were havans that were performed across the country. Remember, this match was held on the day of Mahashivratri, the auspicious occasion of Mahashivratri, and that is when India defeated Pakistan. There were havans which were held all across the country praying for India's victory, and that is exactly what we witnessed in yesterday's match. In fact, it was not just a close victory, it was a one-sided match, completely one-sided match. The Pakistani batters were not able to perform. The bowlers also could not perform that well. Remember, a lot of expectations were there from the Pakistani bowlers, but the Indian side, the Indian batters and the bowlers completely outshined the Pakistani cricketers. And let us take a look at the performances of the players in yesterday's clash, in the India versus Pakistan clash. So Abhishek Sharma, the much talked about Indian batter, everyone was asking whether Abhishek Sharma will be playing this match or not because of the performance of Abhishek Sharma in the Asia Cup against Pakistan. Yes, he did play in yesterday's match, but he was not able to perform, and he did not score any run. He faced 4 balls, but he could not open his account, and he was out for 0 after 4 balls. But then comes the star batter. So the Pakistani team were prepared for Abhishek Sharma, but what came out of syllabus was Ishan Kishan, who scored 77 runs on 40 balls. And another record has been made. Ishan Kishan also made the second fastest 50 by Indian batsmen in T20 World Cup. First one is Abhishek Sharma. He scored 50 runs on 24 balls. If you talk about Ishan Kishan in yesterday's match, he took 27 balls to score his 50. He scored 77 runs in total on 40 balls, and he was also declared the player of the match in yesterday's match. If you talk about the boundaries, he hit 10 fours and 3 sixes in this innings of 77 runs. But what is absolutely important to note is the strike rate, which stands at 192.50, which is very close to 200 mark. Now, understand the importance of strike rate in such matches of low overs where there are 20 overs in a match. The strike rate is of utmost importance because you need to score runs quickly, and this strike rate of 192.5 plays a very important role. So 77 runs on 40 balls, strike rate of 192.5. Absolutely amazing. Now let's talk about Tilak Varma. Terrific Tilak Varma. He was also on the other end along with Ishan Kishan, and Tilak Varma scored 25 runs on 24 balls. If you talk about the boundaries, he hit 2 fours and 1 sixes, and his strike rate was 104.17. But of course, the star batter Ishan Kishan, he was that anchor that the Indian side needed, and he played a crucial role in this victory of India against Pakistan. Let's also talk about the Pakistani batters. The completely flop show by the Pakistani batters. Let's talk about Farhan. He scored 0 runs. He faced 4 balls. No fours, no sixes. Of course, he was out at 0. So he was also a much talked about batter. People were looking forward to him, how he performs in this match, but completely failed. 0 runs. Let's talk about Ayub. He scored 6 runs. He faced 2 balls. He scored 6 runs, 1 boundary. That is 1 6. So only 1 6 was hit by Ayub, and he faced 2 balls, and then he was eventually sent to pavilion. So these are the performances of the Pakistani batters that played a key role in this humiliating defeat of Pakistan against India. Let's also talk about the bowlers. How did they perform? So let's talk about our star bowler, Jasprit Bumrah. He bowled 2 overs in which he gave out 17 runs, but 2 crucial wickets were taken by Jasprit Bumrah. The economy rate stood at 8.5. So that is the record of Jasprit Bumrah. 2 crucial wickets he took. So it's not just the batters that did their job, but also the bowlers who gave in equally in this victory against Pakistan. So that is Jasprit Bumrah. The economy rate stood at 8.5. He gave out 17 runs but took crucial 2 wickets that created that sort of pressure on the Pakistani team. Let's talk about Hardik Pandya. Though he could not score with his bat, he was out at 0 in the very first ball. But if we talk about his bowling stats, he bowled 3 overs. He gave out 16 runs, but he also took 2 crucial wickets. The economy rate stood at 5.3. So not with the bat, but Hardik Pandya did perform with the ball, taking 2 crucial wickets and bowling 3 overs, giving out just 16 runs. So that is the performance of the Indian bowlers in yesterday's match against Pakistan. Let's also talk about Akshar Patel. He bowled 4 overs. He gave out 29 runs and he also took 2 wickets. Now remember, the pressure that was made by these bowlers was also crucial for this victory. So remember, many of the Pakistani wickets, many of the Pakistani batters were sent to pavilion by our bowlers in the very beginning itself, and that is what created that sort of pressure on the Pakistani cricket team. At one point, it seemed even difficult if Pakistan will even be able to score 100, but they somehow did it and were all out at 114. So that was the kind of pressure that was created by our bowlers. So it's not just the batters, including Ishan Kishan, who were shining yesterday, but also the bowlers who created that sort of pressure on the Pakistani batters. Completely flop show by the Pakistani batters. Let's also talk about Varun Chakravarti, who bowled 3 overs and he gave out 17 runs. He also took 2 wickets. The economy rate stood at 5.7. So each of the bowlers that we spoke about took 2 wickets each, and these wickets were very crucial. Remember this, due to these wickets, at one point it seemed like, you know, Pakistan will not even be able to cross the 100 mark, but they somehow did it. The last wicket took some time, and the last wicket we got was at when Pakistan was at 114. Remember, the target set was 176. A humiliating defeat by 61 runs for Pakistan. And let's also talk about Kuldeep Yadav's performance with the ball in yesterday's match. So he bowled 3 overs, he gave out 14 runs and he took 1 wicket, and the economy rate stood at 4.7. Now, what is also important to note in the stats of these bowlers is the economy rate and the runs that they gave out. So they not just took wickets, but it's also the runs. They gave out such less runs and they took wickets also. The economy rate is so low. So that is what is also important to note, and that is what is crucial in the T20 matches, giving out lesser runs and taking more wickets, and that is what exactly our bowlers did in yesterday's match. Tilak Verma, he also bowled 2 overs. He played for 2 overs and he bowled 2 overs and he gave out 11 runs, and he also took 1 wicket, and the economy rate stood at 5.5. So Tilak Verma, who's a batter, he also bowled for 2 overs and he gave out just 11 runs, and he also took a wicket, and the economy rate was at 5.5. So just as I was mentioning, that the economy rate is so low, the runs given are so low, and that too with wickets. So that also shows how amazing the performance of the bowlers was also from the Indian side in yesterday's match. My colleague Nitin Srivastava continues to stay with us. Nitin, the pressure of India-Pakistan rivalry, was that what overwhelmed the Pakistani cricket team?
Well, of course. I mean, the way India started this match was, obviously, Pakistani cricketers were in pressure. They got one success when Abhishek Sharma got out, but after that, Ishan Kishan, he played a phenomenal knock against Pakistani spinners. Especially, in the history of T20 cricket, Pakistan is the first team who have played six spinner in their side. It was the very first time when six spinners were playing a T20 game. And look at the result. I mean, be it Sam Ayub, or even Abrar, or even Usman Tariq, everyone who tried to get India's control on their hand, they failed miserably. So that is a big thing. I mean, if you are playing six spinner, you should have managed them nicely. But the captain Salman Agha of Pakistani team, he failed to control and manage their spinners. They got few wickets in the last stage of that game when India was batting. But again, India had at that time score of par score at that time. 175 was par score at that wicket. And again, when India was bowling, you can see how exactly our pacers have done well. Hardik Pandey in the very first over, he got wicket, and then Jasprit Bumrah, who is the prime bowler, he is the world number one right now. He got two wicket in the very second over. So, in my point of view, that Pakistan and India match was over in the very second over of Pakistan's batting inning. It was all over. At that time, Pakistan lost that game. But again, they stretched this game to to 19th over. But it's okay. I mean, if you're playing against Pakistan, if you are performing well, if you are getting the players in the pressure, it is
Right.
so that is a big thing.
All
I mean,
right, Nitin, do stay with us. So it was the pressure of the rivalry between India and Pakistan also that overwhelmed the Pakistani cricket team yet again.